Hey everyone, this is Fancy from the Lifestream. Welcome back to the news stream, where we catch you up on all the recent Square Enix news, as well as fill you in on anything you might have missed in the gaming world. First up, episode Arden released last week to flesh out the backstory of the main antagonist from Final Fantasy 15, and it's been met with generally positive reviews. It's also the episode that concludes Final Fantasy 15, as Hajime Tabata has left Square Enix, and all the other planned DLCs have been cancelled. So 15 is now a complete game! Only took them 2 years, no time at all! In Final Fantasy 14 news, patch 4.56 dropped with the second part of A Requiem for Heroes, which concludes Stormblood and sets the story up for the coming Shadowbringers expansion. That means there's new quests and new content to play through, so go check that out if you haven't already. And, speaking of Shadowbringers, the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival event gave us a lot more information about what the expansion will be including. There's going to be a new NPC assist system called Trust, and some huge areas like the new town, the Crystarium, which, if you look closely, has a lot in common with the location shown in the untitled MMORPG tech demo Square Enix shared at E3 all the way back in 2005. I guess they've been getting the shine right on those windows, eh? For the last 14 years? There was also some other news, but I don't know, I didn't hear anything about it. Did you? Was that something about gender-locked races? Nope. I didn't hear anyone being upset about that. Yes. They also announced 2 new playable races, the Viera and the Hrothgar, which both look really cool, but unfortunately, Viera can only be female and Hrothgar male, upsetting a lot of people. And you can see their point. I mean, it does seem kind of restrictive, doesn't it, for a fantasy world? Anyway, Shadowbringers is available to pre-order now, and Square Enix are hoping to open it for early access on 28th June, ahead of the 2nd July release. Are you looking forward to Shadowbringers? Let us know in the comments below how you feel about this gender-locking scandal. The next report comes from my bunker, where they can't see me. I hope. The Final Fantasy X X2 HD Remaster got its first update on Steam since its release all the way back in 2016, and this update forced online playing, which is a bit weird for a single-player game, isn't it? A lot of people were very suspicious and very angry, and after noticing the backlash, Square removed the update with a vague promise to roll it out again once the bug in it was fixed, but I don't know. I'm just glad that I can play it offline again from the comfort of my own reinforced steel underground bunker. Simple pleasures and all that. Our very last piece of Final Fantasy news is about Final Fantasy XI. Yeah, you heard that right. In case you weren't aware, Final Fantasy XI is still a thing that still gets updated with new content every month. The most recent update was in mid-March and added new items and battles, and there's a free trial. So, if you're not already playing, now is a good time as any to start. In other news, PlayStation's very first The State of Play stream gave us a first look at a lot of different games. The focus definitely seemed to be on VR games, and included a VR Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. But I mean, surely no one actually wants to play that, do they? Like, no, you can't, surely not. Well, rather you than me. Still, no sign of the Final Fantasy VII Remake though. Oh, and EA's newest Battle Royale, Firestorm, launched. And you know, it's yet another Battle Royale, and it's a little bit broken, so you sort of lose everything every time you die, and oh yeah, you have to pay for Battlefield 5 to play it, even though EA has another Battle Royale, Apex Legends, which is free to play, and...
Breaking news! This just in! Apex is no longer free to play!
What?
Oh no!
But it can't...
There's just this battle pass now!
Battle pass?
Yeah, you pay to get a load of useless shit clogging up the loot boxes!
What if I don't want to pay?
That's fine! You don't have to, you'll just hardly get any stuff when you level up!
Ugh. So it would seem EA are competing with themselves again, although I guess it's not much of a competition if they've made Apex worse. So much worse, in fact, that players have been changing the location on their EA accounts to Belgium because, if you didn't already know, Belgium's gambling laws make loot boxes illegal, so you can play without them there, and Apex is only fun without them now.
Boy, EA's going through a rough time, huh?
Well, as if that wasn't all, they've also had to lay off around 350 people and are entirely closing their office in Japan.
Oh no, that's really sad.
Right? EA CEO Andrew Wilson says they're deeply focused on increasing quality in their games and services, so that's okay then.
Is it though?
These sorts of layoffs aren't unprecedented though, and they could well just be a reflection of AAA game studios like EA tightening their belts as they prepare for what is potentially an uncertain future. Between highly rumored impending announcements of next-gen consoles, and both Google and Apple joining the ring with Google Stadia and Apple Arcade, things only get less certain as it's possible they'll entirely change the way the gaming world functions and render studios like EA a thing of the past. It's unlikely, but it is possible. But, and amongst of all this chaos, we've got a new trailer for Borderlands 3, which looks really badass, and one for Bloodlines 2. So there is hope and some things to look forward to yet. And that's all we have for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon to catch you up again. But if you have a thirst in the meantime, you can always head over to our forums or our Discord, both links in the description, where we discuss everything as and when it happens. Consider giving to our Patreon so you can support us in delivering you more content like this. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below telling us your thoughts. Give us a like, unless you didn't, of course. And hit the bell icon if you want to be notified next time we upload. See you around!